Good morning, Evolutions families. It is Friday, and for Friday's project, Miss Miranda is bringing you a nature journal. So the things you might need to do your project today are any sort of paper that you have around your house, some pencils, some colored pencils, markers, crayons. I even have a project with some chalk later. So anything that you want to use to draw or do your art with, and some paper. So this one's pretty easy today. I used some paper that already had holes in it, so I used some ribbon to tie my book together, or if you want to staple your book together or use some tape to tape it like a book, anything will work. So what I did for my nature journal is I tried to go out and explore every day to see what was going on outside in my yard and around my neighborhood. So I wrote my nature journal on the front, I decorated a little bit, and I wrote my name on the bottom because I am the author. That means that I wrote this book, I'm doing the pictures. This book is by me, so I put by Miranda Zahner. Did you know that was my last name? This is a good time for all you kiddos moving on to kindergarten to start practicing your last names, so you can get that ready for when you're on to your next move. So our first day that I started my journal was Sunday. On Mother's Day, it was so beautiful outside, but it was very windy. So I have my trees blowing sideways, and I have windy wind up in the sky with some clouds. But there were lots of beautiful butterflies, and there was bumblebees flying around. They love it when it's hot outside. And I got to play with baby Roxy all day outside. So this was my day Sunday, a gorgeous, beautiful day with lots of things happening. Now on Tuesday, we got the rain, and the rain brought out some worms and some different critters. We always have squirrels running around our yard, and my dogs go nuts for the squirrels. They love the squirrels. And I also noticed that some of the birds have been pecking away at the pine cone bird feeder that we made last week. So I decided to draw that in my tree outside. Now the trees in my front yard do not have green leaves, so I drew mine kind of purpley. My trees have purple and red leaves in my yard, so that's why my tree looks a little different. On Tuesday, we got more rain all day long, but I've noticed that when we get lots of rain, I get lots of new beautiful green grass. Once in a while, we get some dandelions, so I did draw a couple dandelions in my grass. So that tells me it's time to cut the grass and mow the lawn this week. Also on Tuesday, I saw that there were different birds that came out. When it's rainy, different birds like to come and get the worms. Some birds like to eat seeds, like on the pine cone feeder, and some birds like to eat worms. So I drew a robin, because on Tuesday, the robins were out pecking in my grass, looking for all the worms. So you'll see different things when you have different kinds of weather. Doesn't always have to be sunny to see what's happening. Wednesday was kind of another yucky day, so I decided to run around the yard and draw things that were happening that were still beautiful even though it was rainy. A few weeks ago, I planted a whole bunch of wildflower seeds along my fence, and when I went outside on Wednesday, we noticed that there were a whole bunch of new sprouts growing. So that means that we're going to have some new beautiful flowers here very soon. So I was really excited to see that, so I went ahead and drew that on my book. Also, we have been growing strawberries at my house. So our baskets of strawberries have been getting the little white flowers with the little yellow centers. That means that the fruit is coming next. If you see the flowers first, that means your fruit is going to start growing next. We're going to have some delicious strawberries here really soon. Around my yard, my deck and my patio, we have a whole bunch of baskets of flowers. So I decided to just draw a basket of flowers. It was rainy, but I still see beauty all around me. Something beautiful, something delicious, and something new and exciting. Every day can bring something new. Thursday was yesterday, and it was a kind of dreary day again. No real sunshine going on, nothing happening too much in the yard. But I saw a lot of things up high on Thursday. I noticed there was a bird nest in one of my trees, and I think that bird nest has been there for about 4 years or so now. I don't know if the same family of birds comes back there all the time, but it's been there for quite a few years now, and it's staying strong. Also in the sky, I notice when the birds fly together, they kind of follow the leader. There's always a bird in the front, and it seems like the other birds follow him in kind of a triangle pattern. They're almost kind of making an arrow in the direction of the way that they're going. So that's what was happening yesterday around my neighborhood. Now, today's Friday, and I haven't drawn my picture yet. I'm going to run around my yard today and see what's going on. I'm going to do some watering, and I have a project with some chalk. So take a walk with me. We're going to walk over here, and we're going to see a project on the sidewalk. So if mom and dad say it's okay with you to draw some chalk on your sidewalk, I have drawn some spiders with some alphabet letters, and I drew some flowers with some alphabet letters. So what you can do with this project is have mom and dad help you, have your big brothers and sisters help you, have your family help you draw lots of fun things, and then go on an alphabet hunt. Maybe you can pull up letter cards that have the numbers on them, or mom and dad can make the sound for you and you have to find the flower with that sound. So the first one I did was the letter A. So you can find your letter A, and if you have a watering can or a squirt bottle or a hose, and if you're supposed to find your letter A, I want you to water that flower until your A disappears. If your sound is the sound I want you to squirt that sound until it disappears. So this one's kind of a fun one to do. And also, I did the same thing over on my fence over here. So if you want to draw on the fence, again, if that's okay with your family to do that, you can do letters and numbers. This one I did a spider with the number 3. If you're looking for the number 3, go ahead and squirt it out. It washes right away. If you're looking for the b sound, that's the one I'm going to squirt away. So these are some fun things to do outside. It doesn't always have to be sunny and nice and beautiful. I miss you guys so much. I hope to see you all soon. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.